Good Morning Blues is underwritten by Atlanta Center for Cognitive Therapy. Cognitive therapy is a model of treatment for emotional problems occurring in individuals and relationships. Mark Gilson, Ph.D., the center director, is a former fellow and faculty at the center at University of Pennsylvania under Aaron T. Beck, M.D. The center psychologists primarily offer telehealth psychotherapy services online with your computer, tablet, or cell phone. For more information, 404-842-0555 or cognitiveatlanta.com.
Funding for this program is made possible by listeners like you and the following sponsors. Wantanara Inc. presents the annual Wantanara Cultural Arts Festival on November 15th and 16th at the Southwest Arts Center, located at 915 New Hope Road, Southwest Atlanta. From 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. each day, experience powerful dance and cultural workshops led by master artists from across the globe, along with live West African drumming, DJ sets, a cocktail hour, panel discussions, food trucks, and a vibrant vendor market. Whether you're a beginner, an experienced artist, or simply want to soak up the culture, the Wantanara Cultural Arts Festival is the place to be. More information is available at wantanarainc.org and on social media at wantanara.inc. That's WONTANARA.inc.
You are listening to WRFG Atlanta. WRFG provides a voice for those who have been traditionally denied open access to the broadcast media through the involvement of a broad base of community elements to guarantee that access. In the utilization of the station's facilities and in its programs, the following communities will receive first priority: those who continue to be denied free and open access to the broadcast media, and those who suffer oppression or exploitation based upon class, race, sex, age, creed, sexual orientation, disability, or immigrant status.
Good morning, Blues. WRFG Atlanta.
Good morning, Blues. We'll brighten up your day as you put on your shoes. Yeah, yeah. You know it's got to be the way to wake up each and every day on WRFG in Atlanta. Good morning, Blues.
Good morning, Blues.
Good morning, Blues. This is Tony O'Malley on WRFG Atlanta.
Greetings. It's the Thursday edition of Good Morning Blues, Part 2, London to Louisiana, November the 13th on WRFG 89.3 FM. I've got a slew of unusual things this week. I had to switch plans. Ran out of time. Paul Rodgers was celebrating the fact that Bad Company was elected to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on Friday. I haven't had time to find and edit the interview I did with him. I thought it was very relevant. He's 76, and while his voice is perfectly okay for singing, because of a few little strokes a few years ago, he's very careful with his health in general and travel, and elected just not to go. He lives in Canada, and so the rest of the band were there to do the honors, and I just thought it was amazing. Of course, it took 30 years, like it always does, but that meant that I had to pick out different stuff, and it means there's no specific thread to today. You're going to get all kinds of everything, but I want to kick off carrying on something I tripped over last week, this set of 1950s lost female blues. And the quality is really good, and I don't really know where they came from. There's just a set of things. I played one, and I found another one that I thought was really good. And I also wanted to start out slow. I think it's the weather. Maybe it's just the temperature, and it's like, okay, I don't want to go jumping in and go crazy. At the same time, it kind of threads through to something that I was at Sunday night at Terminal West. I went to see a band that I followed for 30 odd years, the New Master Sounds. Anyway, the opening act I did not know, but wow, the lead singer DATRIAN Johnson, what a knockout from Asheville, North Carolina. So you're going to hear a bit of him and another very strange connection that goes back 20 years to New Orleans. So let me thread through 4 pieces of things that connects all of those subjects together. And I will catch you on the other side.
Ain't no mercy in her hips when she walks my way, swaying like trouble at the break of day. She grinds me down with a glance so sly, leaving me begging under the sky. Her curves are weapons, sharp as a knife, cutting through hearts, taking my life. No pity in the rhythm of her stride. Ain't no mercy, just a wild ride. Ain't no mercy in her hips. Oh no, grinding my soul till I'm low. Whoa, no, red blues woman with a fire so high. Mercy forgotten, that's her lie. She dances slow in the juke joint dim, hips hypnotizing every whim. Men fall like dominoes in a wake, begging for mercy she won't make. Her laugh's a thunder, a touch of storm, leaving me twisted, far from warm. No forgiveness in that sway so mean. Ain't no mercy, Queen Supreme. Oh, the night sweats cold when she's gone away, hips haunting me every day. I pray for pity, but she don't hear, just grinding on without a tear. One night I'll catch her in my own trap, turn the tables with a thunderclap. Till then I suffer in her hips domain. Ain't no mercy, driving me insane. Ain't no mercy in her hips. Oh no, grinding my soul till I'm low. Oh, oh. Red blues woman with a fire so high. Mercy forgotten, that's her lie. Ain't no mercy in her hips. Oh no, grinding my soul till I'm low. Oh, oh. Red blues woman with a fire so high. Mercy forgotten, that's her lie. So beware the sway that steals your breath. Ain't no mercy till death.
Cotton is high. Yeah. Your daddy's rich, and your mother's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your mother's good looking. Oh, now. So hush, little baby, don't you say a word.
Get up every morning to go to work. He sells cars and she's a nurse. Working long hours is the devil's curse. Things are getting tight, but it could be worse. She tries hard to ignore the news. Nothing makes sense and she gets confused between what is false and what is true. And she worries they won't get through. Come on, baby, we gotta be strong. Dark days are getting long. Looking for comfort in a song. And everybody knows the world's gone wrong. Everybody knows the world's gone wrong.
should give love one more try. I'm so glad, girl, you blew my mind. I know this love is gonna last. Oh, I can feel it inside, and I know this feeling will never pass. Oh, girl, I've been waiting to find someone. When it comes to love, things have always come undone. Not this time, this love is gonna last. Oh, no, I had given up. Thought that I would live my life alone, looking for a place I could call my own. Listen, you showed me love again. You opened up your heart and let me in, and I thank you every day for that. Oh, I know this love is gonna last. Oh, I can feel it inside, and I know this feeling will never pass. Oh, girl, I've been waiting to find someone. When it comes to love, things have always come undone. Not this time, this love is gonna last. I've got something I wanna say. You touch my soul in a special way. I think about you, you're always on my mind. Your love came to me just in time.
The fourth annual First Voices Festival, a celebration of indigenous cultures, returns to Atlanta in the month of November. On November 14th, at 7 stages, William Harjo, a Muskogee Creek elder, will share stories and music through his fine crafted flutes. Participants will engage in a shared meal and vital conversations around food traditions of the original people of this land. On November 15th and 16th, the First Voices Powwow will be held at the Bass Recreation Field in Little Five Points off Austin Avenue. This family-friendly outdoor 2-day powwow is presented by Zentkala Z Powwow, led by Buffalo Yellowbird, a citizen of the Oglala Lakota Nation. The powwow includes traditional drummers and dancers, traditional foods, indigenous vendors, demonstrations, and storytelling. The event is non-ticketed. On November 21st at 7 stages, there will be a performance of Say Their Names, written by Marcy Rendon, citizen of White Earth Nation. This presentation features interwoven film and live performances of the script that focuses on missing and murdered Indigenous women. On November 28th at the Plaza Theater, there will be a screening of She Cried That Day, directed by Amanda Erickson, who grew up in Peachtree City and earned her film degree at Georgia State University. She is a member of the San Carlos Apache, and her film is about missing and murdered Indigenous women in New Mexico. For a full list of First Voices Festival programming, including locations and RSVP links, the website is tinyurl.com/2025 First Voices Festival. This has been another public service announcement from your station for progressive information and handpicked quality music, WRFG 89.3 FM, WRFG.org.
Right, let me just skip back through what all those connections were about. We began with Jackie DeVaughn, 1952. Part of this set I was talking about lost female blues tracks or singers. Ain't No Mercy in Her Hips. Just a very unusual performance in the sense that a song I'd not heard and delivered with a great voice. DATRIAN Johnson, he fronted a band I saw Sunday night opening for the new Master Sounds called The Family Tree from Asheville. There he was doing just a duet with a guitar player, Dwayne Simpson, of The Summertime, a classic song. But what you heard was this amazing range from this deep, gravelly baritone and upwards. Lucinda Williams, The World's Gone Wrong. And she's accompanied there by Brittany Spencer. But that's the New Orleans connection, or one of them anyway, pretty much amplifying the mess we are in, particularly the last few weeks with no government and all the damage it's doing to everybody. And the tag on the end is a chap that was bugging me I couldn't find, and it opened up a new cave. Charles Walker still is, sorry, didn't mean to kill him off. He was the person that I saw join the new Master Sounds 20 plus years ago during Jazz Fest at, where was it? I got to think now. Jazz Place on Frenchman Street, lost it. But anyway, he came out and fronted them. He had his own Memphis soul band, and I wasn't expecting this, but somehow they connected, and I thought he was magnificent. And then they carried on playing. They're an instrumental, mostly outfit from Leeds in England. So in trying to remember, along with my friend that was there with me, I just had to backtrack because I couldn't pick it up. So I finally tracked down his name and went to see if he was still around. He's 84 years old, and that was a track from his current album just a few months ago called This Love Is Gonna Last, and he just still sounds terrific. So that kind of made my day. There's a lot of talk about AI, and I would say this year I've seen more, how should we say, created songs that don't have necessarily musicians. They're electronically rewired. I've noticed in the last few months, some of them have come out really good. So the fact that you can't have a band or a list of musicians to come out and play it for you, if you like the result in your ears, then what's wrong with that? So I think it would be relevant to throw in one of those for you right now. Maybe a couple, I don't know. Let's see what we get into. But from Amy Winehouse to Michael Jackson, there's a lot of interesting music out there that may not be real. It's hard to figure out.
Trouble track, my heart's all stained. I go back to black. We only said goodbye
myself, I'm a man of will and taste. I've been around for a long, long year, stole many man's soul and faith. And I was round when Jesus Christ had his moment of doubt and pain, made damn sure that Pilate washed his hands and sealed his fate. Pleased to meet you, hope you guess my name. But what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Stuck around St. Petersburg when I saw it was a time for a change. Killed the Tsar and his ministers, Anastasia screamed in vain. I rode a tank, held a general's rank, when the blitzkrieg raged and the bodies are stained. Pleased to meet you, hope you guess my name. Oh yeah, oh, what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Oh yeah, I watch with glee while your kings and queens fought for 10 decades for the gods they made. I shouted out who killed the Kennedys, when after all it was you and me. Let me please introduce myself, I'm a man of wealth and taste. And I lay traps for troubadours who get killed before they reach Bombay. Pleased to meet you, hope you guess my name. Oh yeah, but what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Oh yeah, get down heavy. Pleased to meet you, hope you guess my name. Yeah, but what's confusing you is just the nature of my game. Yeah, just as every cop is a criminal and all the sinner saints is heads as tails, just call me Lucifer, cause I'm in need of some restraint. So if you meet me, have some courtesy, have some sympathy and some taste. Use all your well-learned politesse or I'll lay your soul to waste. Yeah. Pleased to meet you, hope you guess my name. Yeah. But what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Ain't it? Get down.
He loved my fire till it burned his pride. Reached for the flame, but was the bold, acting like kings, but their crowns don't hold. Some hearts worth keeping, some best forgot. The trick is knowing which one you got. Some nights get lonely, that's just fine. I keep my time and sip my wine. I sleep easy knowing who closed the door. Love comes easy, but peace means more. He talked a big game, played a small tune. He talked a big game, played a small tune. He said I was wild. I said you was warned. He said I was wild. I said you was warned.
Hi, this is Dana Gillespie from London, England, to tell you about the second best way to wake up. Just tune in to UK Bob and his Good Morning Blues show and feel good for 4 hours on WRFG Atlanta.
Good morning, Blues. This is Tam White, Chief of the Clan MacGregor, Braveheart style. Speaking from the Athens of the North, Edinburgh, Scotland's festival city. Gonna leave you in the good hands of UK Bob, WRFG Atlanta. This is Tam White speaking. Long may your lum reek.
So we began with a reimagined Amy Winehouse Back to Black, kind of a soul and blues revival remix, a 60s style version, followed by the Stones' Regrooved, Sympathy for the Devil. And they called it the Swamp Blues edit. And I thought it was pretty cool, pretty well done. And lastly, I tacked on BERTHA LIGHNING, and he talked a big game, but he played a small tune, which I think is a great title. That was from this set of Lost Female Blues 50s. And she was the one that started it all last week when I was talking about what I had tripped over. So that's why I threw that in there. Current affairs, naturally, high point subject, people writing about things. I got a couple for you. One is pure humor. Created by a collage of people, just wanted to poke some fun. And the latter is Grayson Capps, who took his a little more seriously. He put in the parenthesis, the title of the song is My Body, but it says, God, guns, guts, and glory are the very words that make men hate. So see what your take is on that, and we'll come back out the other side and get into New Orleans and some jazz and some blues and some brass and oh yeah, we're gonna get funky. Speaking of funky, I have some very cool giant inflatable Christmas items that I put out in my front yard, including a 12-foot Shire horse with a Christmas bow on and stuff like that. But can we please somehow pay attention to the calendar? You know, it's like just into the second week of November. We haven't had Thanksgiving yet. So all you premature Christmas decorators, can you calm the F down? Mary hasn't even told Joseph she's pregnant yet.
mercy clocked. The rich more than doubled their stock. Truth got slain by something called grok. Just today, every crock is winning for them. Instead of seeing America's great, it's make America great again. In MAGA days, healthcare was shocking. Insurance rates began skyrocketing. Tax credit woes, great Fatsby knows. With Congress fighting the government shut, millions with SNAP benefits cut. Hungry Joe's, great Fatsby knows. If bombing voters you like, blocked voters you like, deporting you like, stock shorting you like, if Lara singing you like, or JD memeing you like, world run by angry doze bros, when every fight on cable news is gaslighting sycophant losers. So it goes, great Fatsby knows. When Mr. Peacetime Prez 8 wars stopped, threatens there'll be some more nukes dropped from America's foes. Great Fatsby knows. With that dumb feller mad at ya, he starts tariff wars with Canada, with farms all closed. Great Fatsby knows. The news reporting today, it's all ice deporting away. Dark folks with no say, due process or pay, and their kids can't stay at Guantanamo Bay, where they're sent nobody knows. When folks of far less humanity care about one man's vanity, life corrodes. Great Fatsby knows. When Cash and Christie can't fly jets for fun, and wartime Pete fires everyone, then our debt grows. Great Fatsby knows. When you hear the East Wing has disappeared and new bathroom has chandeliers, historic blows. Great Fatsby knows. Just think of the lies he told as he gets so old, and the folks get rolled with all his fake polls, and the duds he sold, and his fam bang rolled with his constant troll. So listen to liars like Scott Besson saying that he is a blessing, and so it goes. Great Fatsby knows.
I really hate that sad loser, Mr. Newberger.
Who, me?
Well, my body is my body. It's not yours, it's all mine. I was not born to be objectified by my brother who's abjectly blind. Well, my brother swears on his Bible, then my brother swears at me. Says if I don't swear on his Bible, I'll burn in hell for eternity. I know a war is raging. I feel it deep down in my bones, and I'm quite prepared for the battle, 'cause I know I'm not alone. I'm a vessel through which life travels. I've no time for this dogma and fear. Now that makes my brother's world unravel. Oh, I hope I pissed him off, but dear, my brother says, life, it ain't no choice, girl. I say, brother, that's where you're wrong, 'cause you chose to be an asshole all on your own. And I know a war is raging. It's been raging far too long, and I'm quite prepared for the battle, 'cause I know I'm not alone. Traveled this long, lonesome journey, cross state lines, back roads and woods. I refuse to let my brother hurt me.
'cause I'm here to do some good. Do some good for my neighbors. Do some good for my friends. Do some good for the whole world around me. Good to the very end. That's right. Traveling around Ocala, Florida. Late at night I saw a sign. I'll tell you what it said. It's confusing. It said, God, guns, guts, and glory are what made this country great. God, guns, guts, and glory are the very words that make men hate. And I know a war's raging. It's been raging far too long. And I'm quite prepared for the battle, 'cause I know I'm not alone. And I know a war is raging. I feel it deep down in my bones. And I'm quite prepared for the battle, 'cause I know I'm not alone.
The following is a public affairs bulletin board announcement from your station for progressive information, WRFG 89.3 FM, that is WRFG.org. Karis and the Auburn Avenue Research Library on Monday, November 17th at 6:30 p.m. welcomes Ashley D. Farmer and Akinyele Amoja for a celebration of Queen Mother, Black nationalism, reparations, and the untold story of Ollie Moore, the definitive biography of the mother of modern Black nationalism and trailblazer in the fight for reparations. The event takes place at the Auburn Avenue Research Library. Doors open at 6 p.m. For more information, the website is carisbooksandmore.com. That's CHARIS booksandmore.com.
Yes, you are indeed driving on the left side of the dial. It's the right place for London to Louisiana every Thursday. Should you want to follow my social media, it's on Instagram, UKBob_WRFG. It also means you get stuck with my mad humor as well. Go to YouTube, UKBob007, and you can replay the radio program along with any special tribute mixes I create, plus interviews. Carry on.
Come to take my golden crown. 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 I see you walking around town with a big old crown. You think you look pretty. Well, send your spy boy out. It's about to go down, 'cause this is my city. See, I'm an uptown ruler. Wow. And I'm gonna bring it to you. Big chief walking down the street. You can't hide from me. Come and take my golden crown. Come and take my golden crown. Come and take my golden crown. Walking down the street, golden crown, jumping all over. Come and take my golden crown. Boom, boom, gotta kill our way. I've been putting in the work while they running around. They talking loud. See, I can put them in the dirt, so they gonna bow down. They gonna bow down. See, I'm an uptown ruler. Wow. And I'm gonna bring it to you. The big chief walking down the street. You can't hide from me. Come and take my golden crown. Come and take my golden crown. Come and take my golden crown.
ground.
little triptych there from the Indian side of the New Orleans music. Young Time Indian Reds by Big Chief Bo Dollis Jr., preceded by Big Chief Monk BoudreauX with Spy Boy, and their version of Giacomo. And we opened up with The Golden Crown by The Rumble. Much brass, very much feathers everywhere. We're going to stay in New Orleans, and we're just going to get extra brassy, extra funky. Superb new album from Trombone Shorty and the New Breed Brass Band. They got together, and I went, oh yes, because I'll take both of them separately any day, but put them both together, and you have some seriously funky New Orleans grooves. It's called Second Line Sunday, and I made a little medley of passages for you to give you the thread of the album.
Where you at, Atlanta? This is John Papa Grow, and you are listening to UK Bob Good Morning Blues on WRFG. You're gonna have a great day. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Mark Broussard, and you're listening to WRFG Atlanta, London to Louisiana. Don't be eating them green bananas. Let the kids believe in Santa.
At the end of the line.
Baby, let me bring you closer and do what you do, but watch
my shoes. Baby, won't you rock the boat? Don't tip the boat over. Baby, let me bring you closer and do what you do, but watch my shoes.
Get it rockin', baby, we up in the city, uptown, downtown, you know that they rockin' with me. Second line dance with a 6-4 swag. Dipping through the trim, man, you ain't even gotta ask. And I'm like, yes, sir. Loopy with Trombone Shorty, we bout to bless ya. Keep it quiet, I got him looking like a Tesla. Leslie lip on torn roulette, and back the thing up like you been listening to Juve. Dancing through the streets, got it looking like it's a movie. And on Super Sunday, we gon' celebrate a true late. You gotta know that we the best now. All the mothers, we gonna put them all to rest now. Yeah. Leslie LeBon, torn roulette, and back the thing up like you been listening to Juve. You gotta know that we the best now, and all the mothers, we gon' put them all to rest now.
Baby, won't you rock the boat? Don't tip the boat over. Baby, let me bring you closer and do what you do, but watch my shoes. Baby, won't you rock the boat? Don't tip the boat over. Baby, let me bring you closer and do what you do, but watch my shoes. makes me wanna do my thing. Down the streets of New Orleans, horns are blowing, bells are ring. Take it high, bring it low, ain't no place that we can't go. On our neck and the
city will have you wanting more. You're gonna have a good time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're gonna have a good time. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna have a good time. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna have a good time.
That was the new Trombone Shorty album, Second Line Sunday. I took out 5 passages, melted them, and the New Breed brass bands were in the back there doing what they do so well. Great collaboration. Time to slow it down. We're a little bit late having tea time, but you can't go without it. So put the kettle on, get a brew going, have some chocolate biscuits. We're going to take you into some relaxed, slow down stuff. I'm going to begin with a band you probably don't know called Parlor Greens, but they've got a holiday song. And Jimmy James from the True Loves, the guitar player that I went to see in London, who are a big 7-piece funk band, has this separate thing going, a little trio. And they do a cover of Every Day Will Be Like a Holiday. So that will kick us off. And then a new artist for me from Canada, a couple of new artists actually. We'll run through 3 or 4 before we go back to conventional, traditional stuff with a brand new release from Mr. Kim Wilson from the Fabulous Thunderbirds.
Hello, is this ARC Southeast? I'm calling because my grandbaby is pregnant and in a tough spot. She's so young, scared, and we don't know what to do. Can you help?
You did the right thing by reaching out to us, ma'am. At ARC Southeast, we are here to support anyone who needs help accessing abortion care or reproductive resources. Whether it's financial support, finding a clinic, or even arranging transportation, we are here to help.
Oh, that's such a relief. I just want to make sure that she has what she needs and knows she is not alone. She asked me not to tell her mom.
She's definitely not alone, and neither are you. We'll help you all navigate this safely and confidentially. Are you two together now and able to answer a few questions to get started?
Whether you're calling for yourself or on behalf of a loved one, ARC Southeast is here to help. Our Healthline offers compassionate, judgment-free support. The website is arc-southeast.org.
This has been another public service announcement from your listener-sponsored and supported community radio station, WRFG Atlanta 89.3 FM, wrfg.org.
child girl knows you can easy work if you can share the load. It takes more than one hand to build this road. Stand together, band together, keeping this in mind. You can talk it up until you're out of time. It takes more than one man to stop that climb. Stand together, band together. Every child girl knows you can learn to love if you can learn to hate. It takes more than one man to move that way. Stand together, band together, keep an open mind. You can talk it up until you're out of time. It takes more than one thought to get behind. Stand together, band together. You know and I know and they know and we know and everybody here knows. We got to get it together. 'Cause this is the moment of changing. The children are watching and waiting. We got to show them together. Stronger than ever. Every child girl knows you can ease the work, you can ease the pain. It takes more than one thing to make that change. Stand together, band together. Politics aside, we are equal souls in the eyes of time. It takes more than one star to light that sky. Stand together, band together. Everybody here knows we got to get it together. 'Cause this is a moment of change and the children are watching and waiting. We've got to show them together. We're stronger than ever. Stand there, here. Stand there, here. Stand together, band together. We stand together. There's strength in numbers to help each other. Stand together, band together. We stand together. There's strength in numbers. Help each other. Stand together, band together. Stand.
And I understand whatever you do, happy or sad, good or bad, the blues will always be there.
another man, a man you saw in me. How could I know it? You wouldn't show it. Love can break you down, down to the ground. One thing I know for sure, always be here in my heart, breaking me, making me a better man in my heart. Now you're out looking for that man. Believe I will understand. You know the one you thought you knew in me, the one that could not be. But how could I know it? You wouldn't show it. Love can break you down, down to the ground. One thing I know for sure, always be here in my heart, breaking me, making me a better man in my heart. Love can break you down, down to the ground. One thing I know for sure, you'll always be here in my heart, breaking me, making me a better man in my heart, breaking me, helping me to understand in my heart, breaking me, making me a better man in my
That was Greg Nagy up in Michigan. A song about breaking me is making me. First thing he's done in about 10 years, although he's done quite a bit. I think he was out as a session musician or fronting bands or something else. Before that, from Turkey, a young man in his early 20s called Kan Bayoglu, and he seems to be marketing himself as a Turkish Stevie Ray. And certainly when you hear that guitar solo and look at him, his dress with a leather hat and all that stuff, that seems to be Texas is his thing. Prior to that, Miss Emily, who is in Kingston, Ontario, and she's a Juno Award winner, also has a new release, Stand Together, Band Together. Her real name is Emily Fennell, if you want to track her down. And we began with Parlor Greens, the little funky trio featuring Jimmy James, doing a holiday song, the first that I've picked up on, and I won't be doing many. Around Thanksgiving, I do a lot of food blues for fun. Actually, I have a special guest on Thanksgiving because it's rather an unusual show coming up from a terrific headline Argentinian band called Soda Stereo that were enormous. And there's going to be a show at Eddie Zadek coming up featuring these guys. But I'll tell you more about that in the coming weeks. We are heading into conventional in the sense that, I have to tell you, when the Vista Room had to close down during COVID and we just walked away, I obviously had to call and cancel. several bookings, and the big ones were tough. I'd look at my phone for a while and go, how am I going to put this? Normally that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I think it was more disappointment than anything. But I had to cancel the Fabulous Thunderbirds, and that really bugged me. Anyway, Kim Wilson's new album, Slow Burn, is actually a compilation of stuff from 2010 and 14 that he just never got around to put out, and they've never been used before. So that makes it kind of interesting. And you're going to hear a few, and then you'll know what it is I'm rapping on about.
Hey everybody, it's Eddie 9 Volt. It's Eddie 9 Volt, man, and you're listening to WRFG Atlanta, Good Morning Blues with UK Bob. London to Louisiana. Dude plays the best music, man. Tune in, drop out, dig it.
Hi, this is Solomon Burke, and I'm riding the blues train on Radio Free Georgia. Soul sounds, rhythm and blues, everything you want to know about the news. It's on the soul train tonight, the blues train.
Easy, babe. Ooh, easy, baby. Easy, baby. Let me love you night and day. Now you don't have to work all day. Just make love to me and say, easy, babe. Ooh, easy, babe. Easy, baby. Let me love you both night and day. Now you don't have to weep and moan. Hold me, baby, in your arms. Easy, baby. Ooh, easy, baby. Easy, baby. Let daddy love you both night and day. Easy, baby. Ooh, easy, baby. Easy, baby. Let me love you both night and day. Well, I woke up this morning leaving you was on my mind. good. Oh, bye-bye now, baby. This time I'm gone for good. I gotta leave here, baby. Move way out of this neighborhood.
Two artists coming up that you may not know, and one you definitely do know. I tripped over it and thought, this is interesting. A very rocky driving sound from of the Waylon Walker Band, and Mr. Waylon Walker, probably in his early 60s, in Vancouver, and a track called Long Way to Go. Super rocky, interesting, different stuff. Then Danny Marks with a very short but interesting song called One Way Home. And the thing with him, he's in Toronto. I'm finding an awful lot of great music never makes it across from Canada, which is a huge shame. So I like to try and play the ones that find their way to me. And it's I guess what he would call a double A side, two quite different pieces of music. But he spent a life in Canada creating music, and with a band called Edward Bear, which is an interesting name, but maybe not so interesting in Canada. Anyway, he opened up for Paul Butterfield, Zeppelin, The Byrds, Badfinger, Humble Pie. And interesting background, he hosted a show on Jazz FM and done all kinds of things, got a Lifetime Achievement Award. So he's definitely been cooking musically all over the place with a lot of different things. So that should be interesting. The last of these three won't be a huge surprise, but Tedeschi Trucks Band did a live thing of the best of the Mad Dogs and Englishmen bits back in 2015, 10 years ago, called Live at Locken. I will see you in a bit. I'm getting strange messages, and that one thing cracks me up. When you've got kids and grandkids and stuff, you'll get a text. So I get one that says, "Hey, what you doing?" And it was like 10 at night. So, "I'm watching a movie." "What's it called?" "Killer Sharks." "What's it about?" "Oh, it's about a horse that wants to be a singer." I'll answer them with stupid stuff like that, as if to say, please read before you send.
Surprise what I see, 100 angry faces looking straight at me. There's a fire in my belly, a strange kind of fight. Gonna hold on for cover with all of my might. Hey there, honey, who you trying to be? Take my hand and then you'll see. I know it ain't easy and we still got a long way to go. But I'm down on my luck, but I'm feeling right and ready. Got lightning in my veins, gonna keep my feeling steady. I'm a long way from home, if you need my company, we can leave in the morning when the sun is in the trees. Stop right there, said, I know it ain't easy, and we still got a long way to go. You know it still ain't easy, and we still got a long way to go.
When you're out there on your own, sometimes you're just a rolling stone, and you feel you can't go on. All of your hope is gone. If you're turned away when you knock on the door, can't go back there anymore. We all need a comfort zone. Get yourself a one-way ticket home. When you're up around the bend, just can't find a friend. No use to pretend that you've reached your journey's end. You're where you've never been before. Mind is weak, your body's sore. You face the great unknown. Get yourself a one-way ticket home. Home is where the heart is, people say. If you're lost, far away, seeds have all been sown. Get yourself a one-way ticket home. Home is where the heart is, people say. If you're lost and far away, seeds have all been sown. Get yourself a one-way ticket home. Get yourself a one-way ticket home.
The following is a public affairs bulletin board announcement from your station for progressive information, WRFG 89.3 FM, that is WRFG.org. Karis and the Auburn Avenue Research Library on Monday, November 17th at 6:30 p.m. welcomes Ashley D. Farmer and Akinyele Amoja for a celebration of Queen Mother, Black nationalism, reparations, and the untold story of Ollie Moore, the definitive biography of the mother of modern Black nationalism and trailblazer in the fight for reparations. The event takes place at the Auburn Avenue Research Library. Doors open at 6 p.m. For more information, the website is carisbooksandmore.com. That's CHARIS booksandmore.com.
Woman of the country, now I found you, living in your soft and fertile ghetto. And I whisper signs to satisfy your longing for the warmth and tenderness
That's a Lady with Tedeschi Trucks Band live at Locken 10 years ago. Quite a good set if you liked Joe Cocker. That wraps it because I got one more longish piece to tail off the day, which will be fun for all you Marcus King fans. He's on the trail around the back of Red Rocks Amphitheater, just playing in the dust with his band in a lightweight kit, and he goes through Honky Tonk Hell, on, and Ramblin' Man, and he just throws them all together. So let's wrap it up this way. Thanks for listening. I will catch you next week. Ta-da!
Hey, how you doing? We're the Marcus King Band. It's a song called Honky Tonk Hell. 1, 2, 3. Does anybody out there still give a damn about me? Do you still see what they thought I could be? Giving away every lover I've ever had. Cheap one night romance and turned out bad. Heaven knows I miss my late night living. They're getting along without me as far as I can tell. Maybe I go back to doing that voodoo love knows I do so well. Sang a little rock and roll music, raise a little honky tonk hell. Everybody seemed to think I've changed since I quit drinking. Dropped all my bad habits and went back to thinking. Did I jump on the wagon, honey? Would you catch my fall? If I hollered out your name, would you hear me come? Heaven knows I miss my late night living. They're getting along without me as far as I can tell. Maybe I'll go back to doing that voodoo love knows I do so well. Sing a little rock and roll music, raise a little honky tonk bell. Come on, Drew, raise some hell, boy. But I gave up all my good time to keep my health. Quit doing everything I love for somebody else. And then I gave it away every lover I've ever had. My cheap one night romance and turned out bad. Heaven knows I miss my late night living. They're getting along without me as far as I can tell. Maybe I'll go back to doing that voodoo love knows I do so well. Sang a little rock and roll music, raise a little honky tonk hell. Sang a little rock and roll music, raise a little honky tonk hell. My grandfather played country and western music, and my dad's a rock and roller. My uncles all played, and they all played music their whole lives, you know. It was just kind of the family trait. So when I was old enough to walk, I kind of akin it to, like, you know, certain cultures, when you're old enough to hunt, you go out and you hunt with the men. That's kind of what it was like in my household. It's an honest way of making a living, and it's also just a really good way to bring peace to your inner self. And, you know, we grew up playing in church and playing around the house, playing on the porch. It was encouraged from a young age, which is something I always like to, you know, preach. Is it's good to encourage your kids to be creative.
situation now. Wouldn't give in so much to my lover's doubt. Oh, I would be more kind to you and your friends. Sorry, I was selfish and so insecure. I've been back in therapy, but still ain't cured. Oh, you'd like to know I'm sober again. Oh, I come a real long way. Thought you'd like to hear me say sorry again. I know I fucked up. No, it doesn't mean you did no wrong. Leaving shouldn't last that long. On and on and off again. On and on and on and off again. On and on and on and off again. I've been giving up on all my toxic traits. Wake up in the morning and I meditate. I sweat it all out. I jump into a new romance. Baby, you don't care about how I've been doing. Doctor wants to give me something called Wellbutrin. Hey, maybe it takes. I stop feeling sad. Oh, I come a real long way. Thought you'd like to hear me say sorry again. I know I fucked up. No, doesn't mean you did no wrong. Leaving shouldn't last that long. On and off again. On and off again. Doesn't mean you did no wrong. Leaving shouldn't last that long. On and off again. On and off again. On and off again. On and off again. On and on.
Red Rocks is a beautiful place, man. Every time we come here, it's a real honor to be a part of it and to, really stand in such a incredible feat of nature. It feels like the closest thing we have to like the Roman Colosseums. It's beautiful and it's really spiritual when you're here. So to get up here and to kind of dig a little bit deeper and strip back even more with less production and be, more one with the mountain, it felt really great. We're still the Marcus King Band. We're still up here on this mountain. And we'll do this song for Dickie Betts. This is a song called Ramblin' Man.